Welcome back. So today we are going to make my grandma's macaroni soup. Highly requested for this week because it is storming here, which is why the lighting is so dim right now. But it's been raining here all day. It's a perfect day for soup. This is my family's go-to soup when we have like family gatherings or any of that kind of stuff in the cooler months, or if you're just ready for a soup day like I am today. So I can't wait to show you guys this recipe. Thank you so much for all the support on the last video. Yeah, we're gonna get started. All you need for the macaroni soup is gonna be 1 box of beef broth, some celery, a white onion. I don't use red because they're a little sweeter, so I use the white. Either 2 little cans of diced tomatoes or 1 large one, about 1.5 pounds of ground beef, and some elbow macaroni. You can use gluten-free if you want. And I use garlic powder, Italian seasoning, and special ingredient that my grandma always told me made the soup is whole bay leaves. So I'll tell you about those later. But yeah, we're gonna get started and I hope you guys enjoy. Oh, also, I did scratch myself. So if you guys are wondering like what is on her neck, I have super sensitive skin, so I probably just scratched with my nails, and yeah, so don't worry about that. All right guys, first things first, we are going to take about 4 or 5 celery stalks and a whole onion, and we're gonna dice them completely and add it right to our soup. Okay guys, now that the onions and celery are cut up, you're just gonna add it to your big soup pan. And you're gonna add the tiniest drop of vegetable oil. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Every time I cut onions, no matter what they are, I'm such a crier. So not only when I cut onions, but in real life. But if you know any strategy to not cry when you cut onions, please let a girl know. All right guys, so you're going to turn your stove on to medium-high heat, and you're gonna saute the celery and onions for a few minutes until they start to soften. Do not cook them all the way, just because the soup is gonna be simmering for a while you add stuff in. Also, if you don't have onion or celery, it is not the end of the world, but this is the base that my grandma always used, and it just gives that much added flavor. Okay guys, so the onion and celery are about done sauteing. Next order of business, 1 whole carton of beef broth stock. Any brand's fine, doesn't really matter. Add the whole thing right into the soup, and then you're gonna fill this carton right back up with water. Sink water's fine, and you're gonna put the entire water right in the soup pan. All right guys, so the beef broth and the water is in. I've just been stirring it for a minute or 2. And the next thing we do is add our spices. So I usually start with Italian seasoning. It's really all on your taste buds, but I like to wow, I seriously can't talk today, so I apologize, but I put a good amount in. So some Italian seasoning, and then next I add some garlic powder because I just like garlic in everything, but back home my aunt is allergic, so I always have to remember not to add it back home. And then, like I said before, the secret ingredient that my grandma swore by is bay leaves. I put at least 3, if I'm feeling frisky, 4. And that is the only spices that we add to this soup, guys. You're gonna let it simmer for a few minutes, and then we're gonna add our next ingredient. And let me tell you, if you could smell this right now, even though I just added the spices, it smells like home. You guys all have, I'm sure, something that just smells like home to you, and this soup brings back so many good memories of my grandma and my childhood that I am super blessed and grateful for. Everyone loves a good slow-mo. Okay guys, so the next thing we're gonna do is add the ground beef, and what's really nice about this soup is you're literally just gonna crumble it with your hands and put it right in the soup, and it's gonna cook just like with the noodles at the end, so you're not dirtying all these dishes. So I'm gonna add the ground beef and we'll be right back. Okay guys, so the beef has been added. I've just been sitting here stirring it while it cooks for a few minutes. The only suggestion I was gonna tell you guys is that I would go with a leaner ground beef, more like a 93.7 rather than like an 80-20, only because the fat is going to stay in the soup. So at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter what you have. But if you're someone who's conscious of that kind of stuff, obviously the leaner ground beef is going to be a better option for you in the long run. So we're gonna let this set for a minute, and then we're gonna add our diced tomatoes. Let me tell you how much I struggled to open 2 cans of diced tomatoes. Okay guys, I just gained about 5 pounds arm muscle trying to open those diced tomato cans because our can opener sucks. What's new? So anyway, the 2 cans of diced tomatoes go right in the soup. You do not drain them at all. Everything goes right in the soup, and you just let it simmer. And the last thing is adding the macaroni, which is awesome because you're gonna put it right in the soup. You do not have to boil it in a different pan. 1 cup of macaroni, no more. When you add too much pasta, it takes away from the soup. All you need is 1 cup. I promise it's going to be plenty. So we're gonna add our cup of macaroni to the soup, and we're gonna let it set for about 8 to 10 minutes. Check on it, and when you smell it throughout the house, oh honey, it's done. And it's gonna be good. So we'll be back. All right, so last step, we're just going to add in our macaroni, and we are going to stir it for a few minutes, and then we're gonna let it set. And soup is just about done. I'm gonna grab the cover, let it simmer, and call it a day. Dinner's almost ready. This looks so yummy. All right, guys, it's time to check the soup. Oh yeah, she is done. Look how yummy that looks. I'm so excited for dinner. Okay guys, so soup is done. I did just want to let you know I top my bowl of soup off with a sprinkle of parm, and I would not be Mara if I did not add some hot sauce to my dish. So sorry, Graham. I add a sprinkle of hot sauce on top as well. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. It means a lot to me, especially in my family, because my grandma's not with us anymore. So whenever I make this, I think of her. And so yeah, if you guys like this, please like and subscribe. It means so much to me, just because I love doing this. And yeah, so I hope you guys have a good rest of the week. Stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.